Investigators learned that at least one of the cases of alleged insurance fraud following recent hurricanes has been closed with no action.
Washington News investigative reporter Greg Fox spoke with some of the people making the allegations who believe the state is dragging its feet while homeowners wait for justice.
1 year ago, 3 men put their reputations on the line at a state house hearing: Ben Mandel, Jordan Lee, and Mark Vinson. They and 5 other independent adjusters, people contracted by insurance companies to assess damage and recommend claims payments following hurricanes, claimed the carriers were committing fraud, and not just following Ian, but prior storms too.
It is my opinion that both the carriers and the adjusting firms are committing fraud by taking my estimates as well as other adjusters' estimates and manipulating them to reduce policyholder payouts.
Mandel provided WESH 2 Investigates photos and documents. He examined Hurricane Ian damage at one home and estimated the claim, mostly to replace the roof, at just over $40,000. But in the final report from the insurance company, which we are not naming because the state's investigation is ongoing, the payment to the policyholder was about $2,500. The company further left his name on the final report, which he alleges to be a crime. Now here we are a year later, and according to a spokesman for the Department of Financial Services, which has been investigating the allegations of fraud, no one has been charged, no punishment has been levied, and the investigation is ongoing. Despite Chief Financial Officer Jimmy Patronis telling me in multiple interviews that his team is investigating the allegations, none of the adjusters we talked with say they've been called, emailed, contacted in any way.
It's really horrible what is happening to the people of Florida. The lack of integrity that people have is crazy.
But it certainly rises to a level of incompetency that is beyond acceptable.
The state says it has just closed one of the cases involving independent adjuster Rod Buvens. He told us in June that following Hurricane Irma, he provided proof that a now insolvent insurance carrier doctored his claims to underpay homeowners. But after Buvens declined to respond to a subpoena to appear at a hearing last month, the state cited a lack of witness cooperation, and Patronis' investigators closed that investigation. Buvens told me the DFS investigator threatened to prosecute me when discussing the case against his boss, Patronis, adding to a long history of DFS intimidating and harassing whistleblowers. A Patronis spokesman says to have a supposed witness of insurance fraud make allegations publicly yet refuse to speak with law enforcement is not normal. And if they do have credible information, it puts other policyholders at risk for fraud. This behavior brings into question the motives of some of these alleged witnesses. As of October 9th, state records show nearly 200,000 Hurricane Ian insurance claims closed without payment. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.
Claims for insured losses from Hurricane Ian are now approaching $20 billion.